The Genesis 16 is basically a training course for young singers aged between 18 and 23. I'm sort of looking in a way for people who probably could get choral scholarships to the top colleges in Oxford and Cambridge but don't get the academic grades, and what do they do? The whole point of this project to cultivate really good young singers who are going to go into the professional music scene and be in groups like the 16, the Monteverdi Choir, the Gabrielli Consort in the future.
Before I came on the Genesis 16 scheme, I obviously knew of the 16's international reputation and that of Harry Christopher's as well. I'd attended concerts before, and they actually came to my school, and one of the members, Simon Berridge, came and did a workshop with us with our school choir, which was really useful actually, and it kind of gave an insight into the kind of standard that the 16 expect from their choir.
The audition process was really interesting because we had over 400 applicants. We had a pretty strict system of how we were going to grade each person, and we whittled that down to 30 singers by being pretty ruthless, but as I say, looking for that something special from each of these people. Then we had to choose 22 from those, and I don't know, we just seem to have done things right. It's just brilliant.
We have short time to stay, as you, we are the shortest spring, as quicker growth to meet decay, as you haste away. We die as those and die away, back to the summer's rain, or as the pearls of morning's dawn, little to be found
I've got lots and lots of new ideas to work with and sort of things to think about while I'm singing, because it's such a multitasking sort of activity, and you always have to be thinking about how you're standing, how you're breathing, the spaces, and obviously the sound. So I think that's what I will have achieved most, and also confidence as well, because you think all of us have been picked out of near 400 people, and just knowing that gives you a huge amount of boost.
What they seem to have instilled in me is it's not just what you want to do to make the performance brilliant, but how to go about it at the same time. And one of the things that Eamon said was to breathe in the shape of the vowel right before you sing, and that way, because everything's set up to go at the start of the note, you don't have to think to be there, because you already will be there, because your technique is part of your singing.
I think the highlight of the course has definitely been singing with the 16. We had a rehearsal with them just before one of the concerts that they performed, and it was quite telling being able to sing with them, knowing the kind of standard that is expected, and then watching them in the concert later, we were able to see all the things that Harry and Eamon have been striving for in our rehearsals put into practice so well.
That's really good. Just bar 5. 1, 2.
Christ with
Again, no, keep that centre. 1.
Christ with me.
We started on Monday. It's been a week's course, so Monday to Sunday, and you know, right from the first moment when they started singing it, you know, we were aware that there was a good sound here. We had some really sparky personalities, and I looked at Eamon and I said, look, we can take this a long way this week. And we made them really work. We said, look, we put them under pressure. First rehearsal, I said, look, Real 16 have gone ill. I said, you've all been called in, 20 minutes notice, it's live on BBC Radio 3, deliver.
The 16, they do 30 concerts of the same material each time, and I asked Tim Jones how how do you make each performance interesting, and each acoustic will be its own, and you've got to go into it, and they love the music as well so much. It's been fantastic.
This week I feel I've achieved many steps forward in my vocal technique, because we've been working really hard obviously on sort of the gritty physical side of singing, and Eamon has said to us a lot sort of what is best for singers to do is to constantly be raising the bar and challenging ourselves.
In the future, when I go to university, I want to join as many musical groups and singing groups as I can. And I think this, the Genesis scheme has shown that you really can just put people together and create something really special.
To work with John Straczynski and the Genesis Foundation is something very special for us. We at the 16 have done a lot of work for John, new commissions principally by Jane St. Miller, Roxana Panufnik, Will Todd, and recently Tarika Reagan, Ruth Birchmore and Roddy Williams. And it's so exciting to have somebody like John behind that and just believing in it. And we sort of get very sort of wound up and carry on from his wonderful belief and vision.